Also, I'm going to be a little rusty here. I haven't done any of the other bachelorettes in a couple months, so this is not going to be anywhere near like a record attempt. But I am just going to go through it and try and explain it as best I can. Okay, so the first thing that's different about these other bachelorettes Popuri, Maria, and Ellie as well. We don't do the full forage route. We do a partial. So you'll see I grab these two forageables, and then I will only get the stumps down here and grab the remaining forageables down here, as well as the mine herbs, or the cave. And the reason for that is because, unlike Karen, this run takes quite a few more days, so we can spread out our need to get lumber and money over a longer period of time. And since we need to go out anyway, it's a good idea to spread it out, since we need to go see Rick and Popuri anyway. One thing that I noticed as I'm doing this, I should have slept through the first day because Rick isn't available. Rick is closed on Wednesdays, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal. The only reason that I'm coming in here to drop off the forageables is because the menu closes a lot faster in here. And normally we wouldn't do this because it wastes more time than it saves. But since we need to go get the treasure map, it's a good idea to duck in here. And I'm also going to take out the hoe as well. So we need to get the treasure map in the tree. And this is a very specific spot here. I know right where it is just because I've done this a million times. But it's the intersection between the tree and the doghouse. And it takes 10 swings to get the music box. There it is. And then what I like to do is make a little easy path to get here. Because we'll be coming back to get this music box, you know, almost every morning once Rick starts fixing it for us. And you can see my first split there is called Rick's Fix. That is about how long it takes if you gift Rick every day for him to start fixing the music box. Another benefit to not doing the full forage is that we're able to pick up gifts as well, which we need. So I'm going to start picking up 2 flowers per day. 1 for Rick and 1 for Popuri. Today is Thursday, so Popuri is outside the flower shop. Hey Cheeky, how's it going? Yeah, it's a little different than the Karen run because that music box becomes crucial. None of the other girls have glitches that make it easy to gain affection, so you just have to rely on the music box and the ability to give them their favorite gift. So we will be gifting her and Rick every day for about a week. And then once Rick starts fixing the music box, we no longer have to gift him. Yeah, you can get a feel for it. The stumps are always in the same position, so it ends up being one down and one to the right of that stump that's there, so I can spot it pretty much every time now. But it does take a little bit of getting used to. So this is Friday the 5th, and Fridays are very, very important in this run, because Popuri has a chance to appear by the carpenter's tent, or the carpenter's house, but also can appear all the way at the top of the mountain, which causes problems. We don't have a bridge at this point in the game. We can still get up there, it's just very slow. So preferably every single Friday, Popuri will appear, you know, down on the ground level out here, but it doesn't always happen. I don't quite know if it's time yet, so I'm gonna duck in the cave first. And then when I come out, I'll be able to tell if she's there or not. And if she's not, alright, I'm gonna have to... Oh, she is. Okay, that's good. So that already was pretty good luck for a Friday. 50% chance she's either going to appear there or at the mountain summit. And I'll definitely be able to show you what that looks like because, you know, 50% chance. For me, more often than not, she's at the top of the mountain than standing where she's supposed to. Another thing is we dig the music box up early, that way we know when Rick is willing to fix it. He just fixes it automatically, and we don't have to count or anything. So the same basic goals apply for this one. We need the 5,980 G, we need the 450 lumber, and then we need our person to be at, you know, the required affection. And the best way to do that for Popuri is flowers and music boxes. So we routed around that. Same as before, Cheeky. I was never going to do a 100% run, but I was going to do an all photos run, and that will be later in the year. So I slept through Saturday and Sunday. This is Monday the 8th. And this is the planting festival, so I'm going to sleep through this as well. There's no sense in going out for the day if Popuri and Rick are going to be unavailable, so we just skip those days. The mic reminds you of a Moogle? What, just like the shape? Oh, and I guess it even puts a little red light on my face, so that could kind of be the nose. So because I did that extra day at the beginning, I didn't sleep through the first Wednesday. My first split is going to be a little slower than the record, but I will have to do one less day of foraging later on, so it might even out. I don't expect this at all to be below 1 hour 25 minutes. But it could be. Also, when my money starts to creep up a little high, I'm going to stop going to the cave. You don't need to go to the cave every day. Like I said, you have a lot of days to forage and get lumber. I just like to go to the cave early because it lets me kind of dial back the foraging later on in the run instead of being behind and having to do extra. Because you can see right now I'm already at 1410, and you know, it's the second week of spring and we don't get married in this run until midway through summer. So this is Wednesday the 10th. We're sleeping through it because Rick is closed. So you sleep every weekend and every Wednesday. Since it is inefficient to go out unless you can either get a music box repaired or get some affection with Popuri, and on Wednesdays we can't do both. And it's not worth going out just to give Popuri a gift. Another thing that's different about the other bachelorettes from Karen is that in these runs we actually care about the Yellow Heart event as well as the sick events, and like the sprained ankle event as well, because they are nice little affection bonuses. Also, another thing that we do, and it's still up for debate whether or not it's worth doing. It's a nice boost to affection, but it does take a little bit of time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going the wrong way here. Is we attend the flower festival and we dance with our person. So just looking at my splits, I think tomorrow will be the day that Rick fixes the music box. Another thing about Rick is that he is closed when it rains, so we kind of have to hope for decent weather during these runs as well. Rick is available on the weekends, but it's not a 100% chance that he'll even spawn. It's 50-50 on both Saturday and Sunday. So we opt not to go for the luck-based Rick spawns, but it is a way that you can save time. Amaras Linwellen, hello. Yeah, he even apologizes for it. Like, I know one of his dialogue boxes is like, hey, sorry I'm closed so often, so he's like totally aware that he's just a terrible businessman. So this is Friday, so the same thing applies here with Popuri. I don't see her down here, but we're gonna check the cave and come back out. She is not here, so what we have to do is climb the tree, which takes, 5 seconds, and then run up here, which takes another 10. And so, this is, I don't know if it's necessarily common knowledge, but in order to get the most affection for the day, you have to both have a conversation and give the gift. So that's why we do that. So this is Friday the 12th. I haven't had any missed days, so this should definitely be the music box getting fixed. Yep. So Rick has fixed my music box. So now we're going to get into the main loop of the run, where we are going to be giving Popuri a music box and a flower Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And we're still going to be chopping lumber. We're still going to be foraging a little. So you can see like the rest of the splits are just timestamps for when she reaches the next level of affection. So we did like the setup now for the run. And now this is just the main loop. So this is Saturday the 13th. We will sleep through this and Sunday the 14th because Rick is closed. And Monday we will resume. I'm going to take out the hoe. I should have done it when I was selling stuff. Okay, so that's rain. We're sleeping because Rick is closed. So this is Tuesday the 16th. Here's an interesting quirk. Someone should be bothering me about the horse race. So the mayor's bothering me about the horse race, which is tomorrow. You actually can't dig up the music box when someone is on your farm. So I'm ducking back inside the house to despawn them. And now that they're gone, I can dig up the music box. So the way the music box glitch works here is, since Rick fixed one, I do not have a broken music box in my inventory. So I can dig another one up. So right now in my inventory, I have a broken and a fixed music box. When I give Popuri the music box, Rick will then fix my broken music box again, and you can do this repeatedly unless you screw it up. If you try to get your music box fixed when you already have a fixed one in your inventory, it completely breaks and you can no longer get additional music boxes. Alright, so we are going to lay off going to the cave for a while, and if we need to resume getting the herbs in the cave later on, we will. So first things first, we're going to give Popuri the flower. And then the conversation happens also with the option to give her the music box. So you get all your affection in one little conversation. And you can see there, Rick fixed my music box again. So gift, conversation, music box to Popuri. get the broken music box in your inventory fixed, sell your stuff, go to sleep, and do it all again the next day. Right here, I should grab the hoe, that way I don't have to go back in my inventory later on. So today is the horse race. Not only is it a festival day and nobody is around, but it's a Wednesday, so Rick would have been closed anyway. We had to duck back in to despawn Cliff. So I currently have a fixed music box in my inventory. I'm going to dig up a broken one. And we're on our way. So as long as you keep, you know, your inventory straight in your head, it's actually an easy glitch to maintain. But at the same time, one little forgetful moment and you can screw up the music box glitch, which turns this from a 1 hour and 20-minute thing to like a 2-hour thing without music boxes. And, you know, the rest of it is keeping an eye on your money, keeping an eye on your lumber. You know, you want to make sure that you get your kitchen when Popuri is, you know, somewhere around halfway through the yellow heart. That way you don't lose any time at the end because your kitchen isn't ready. Do you have any questions so far? So that's Basil telling me about the flower festival, and he also wants me to go vote, which I will do, actually. And the reason that I vote is because it costs me 10 seconds to do it, and it just increases the fact that Popuri will not be the harvest goddess. Or I'm not sure what they call it, but the flower festival winner. Because if she does win, then we can't dance with her. So we want her to lose the first year. Because we're not the Harvest King. We don't get to dance with her if she's the winner. So we will go to the town square at some point in the next few days to so if she wins, You do get the dialogue with her, but dancing with her does yield more affection points. So there's another example of her being in the wrong spot, which is fine. In my record, I had 3 of the 6 Fridays with her up on the top of the mountain, which it comes out to about what you would expect. I had 50% bad luck. No, you only get affection for the first conversation. Their goodbye text doesn't do anything. You might see me talk to them more than once on occasion. Actually, we don't have to give Rick anything here. We just need him to fix the box. You might see me have an extra dialogue box or 2 in there, and it's actually just because I am getting a little over anxious with my text mashing. You don't actually have to talk to them that many times. It's just getting a feel for how many boxes you have to scroll through before the dialogue box closes. Because I hold the B button to make the text scroll quicker, and then hit A. But you could also hit B to exit that last dialogue box, but you know, there's like a few different ways to do it. It just depends on what you're comfortable doing. So this is Saturday the 20th. Sunday the 21st. So this is Monday the 22nd. I did not remember to take the hoe out. So today is the day where we're gonna vote, because the festival is tomorrow. Another thing to note is that the reason I'm losing time here is because I screwed up the first greeting with Popuri. So she probably should be at a blue heart already, but the very first time you talk to her, you should talk to her with no gift, because you get a certain amount of affection points for a introduction for like the very first time you talk to a person. And then you can get additional points for another conversation. But if you talk to her with a gift in your hand, she'll take the gift and you won't be able to get that introduction bonus. So right now she should be blue. Yeah. So she should have been blue yesterday, but because I screwed up that introduction, it waited an extra day. This is like a Rick friendship event. This always happens in these runs because we have to befriend Rick. You just have to remember to definitely get your music box fixed after it happens. Plenty of times I've walked out without having it done. So this is the voting box. As far as all the bachelorettes go, you really just want to pick the first option. The first option is Maria. Unless you're doing Maria, in which case you want to pick the second option. I will remember to take the hoe. Ooh, bad menuing. So yeah, as far as the first conversation with Popuri or any bachelorette really goes, same thing with Rick too. You want to talk to them empty-handed, then give them a gift, then do the normal conversation. Today is the Flower Festival. Abandon everything else that you're doing. The festival starts at 6 a.m., so you just run straight there. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. Missed. So this is, you know, just do whatever you want time. So at this point, like if I was actually going for a new record, even though right now I can see that I'm, you know, way behind, if Popuri won, I would have to reset. Like there's no way around it because the affection that you lose is too much. Or not lose, but the affection that you don't gain. Okay, we're good. So, one thing I did there was I declined her at first because you get a conversation point, and then I dance with her. There are some festivals that do start later. You're not crazy. It just so happens that the one that we're focused on the most in this run starts at 6 a.m. Like, I think the swimming festival's one of them. I know there are a few others that start at 9. Okay, so this is Wednesday the 24th. Thursday the 25th. Whoops. So right now this run is pretty much in the bag. I just have to really focus on not screwing up the music box, and it'll definitely be under an hour and 30. The next few days kind of are normal. Today is Thursday the 25th. Tomorrow will be a normal day, except for the fact that it's Friday, so Popuri could be at the mountaintop. Then Monday and Tuesday, and then we actually do play the following day, which is a Wednesday, which goes against what we normally do. But it is summer 1st, which means it's the fireworks festival. So that is a different day now that we have incorporated it into the runs. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know where to go for Popuri's fireworks. It's the mountaintop. It is the mountaintop. Just sitting here trying to go through all the cutscenes in my head. It's definitely the mountaintop. Maria's is the town square. Anne's is the ranch. I do runs of all the different bachelorettes, so I've done them all at one point or another. Popuri is unique as well in that you don't have to worry about her... Is it the dream event? The yellow heart event? Because that only happens during certain times of the year. Or the picture event. I think it's the picture event. You can do the Popuri sprained ankle, but you can't do the yellow heart event because by the time we get her to that heart, spring has already passed, I think. If I'm remembering correctly. Hey, Popuri is in the right spot. I love it when that happens. So you can plainly see that that is a lot faster, and if she would just stay there every single Friday, this run could probably get down to, you know, like 1 hour 17 minutes maybe. Maybe even lower. My 1 hour 19 minute run isn't perfect, but it's solid. I know that that run had no major errors. Yeah, that's the thing. It ends up taking too long, or it's not the right time of year, or something. We can't do it in the Popuri marriage run. It just takes too long. I think it's the fact that it happens in spring, and by the time you get her to Yellow Heart, it already has passed. So, like, technically you could do it in the second year, but we don't make it that long. Okay, so we are bad at the game, and we are out here on a Saturday, which is not a thing that we do. So we lost a little bit of time there. Okay. So this is Monday, the 29th. Okay, so because we didn't have that time period where we were digging up the music box, we're going to be a little ahead of schedule. So because of that, I'm actually going to go into the cave and get the herbs. Just to waste a little bit more time. Because time does pass in that cave. because Rick doesn't open until 10 a.m. So the fact that I screwed up and got the music box on a Saturday, I didn't spend an hour digging it up. So we just went there to waste a little bit extra time here. And you can see, I don't know if you could see it, but we're right around 9:45 right now, I think, so we should be good. There we go. Yeah, there's a specific reason that we're doing, you know, we do the foraging, and then we do Popuri, and then we go to Rick, and it all has to do with their schedules and what time Rick opens, and, you know, the order in which you need to do the music box, so we do have a lot of this stuff figured out pretty well. So we are doing very good on money. And tomorrow, because the fireworks festival takes place in the evening, we have a lot of time to spend. So on Summer 1, we go all around the farm and chop up those farm stumps. And that allows us to spend a little bit extra time waiting for night to fall so we can get the affection boost from the firework event. Well, Summer 1. Okay, so we are going to spend some time chopping these stumps. Basically, we're very good on money right now, but we are slightly behind in lumber because we haven't been going to the, you know, the area where the bridge is and the hot springs. So we've been missing about 4 stumps a day. So we spent some time today chopping as many stumps as we can before the fireworks as kind of a way to catch up. there's Popuri to visit. Which actually works out in our favor, because we're going to talk to her and get the affection bonus, but I don't want to give her a music box today. Oh, well, she left. So basically, as soon as night hits, I want to enter the summit screen. And there she is. This is one of the weird cutscenes where you can't mash through the text at all, but it's still worth it to come here. It's a good little boost. Time to light some snakes. Okay, so that brings us to the 2nd, which is a Thursday. Oh, we missed a stump. Well, we're just gonna get it anyway. Cost me a few seconds, which is no big deal, and I'd rather get it than not. I'm gonna throw some of those things that I picked up into the shipping box while I get the axe out. And then we just resume on. One annoying thing about summer is the snakes are out, and they are really into getting all up in your business. They trap you at every turn. There's one on this screen as well. We lovingly call it getting harassed, because Harris the mailman appears on every screen and likes to get in your way. Ooh, I didn't pick up a flower. That is bad on my part. So I got a little bit less affection than I would have liked that day, just because I didn't pick up a flower, so I had to give Popuri a different gift. but I mean, at least I had something for her. I've had Harris block me on every screen, especially in those little narrow paths there right by the village entrance. To the point where, like, I have to leave the screen and come back because he just won't get out of the way. So that's a rainy Friday. That's interesting. I mean, I guess that means we don't have to worry about whether or not she'll appear in the right spot, but losing days is bad. So I'm gonna do a little day check here. I think it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday the 6th. Oh, I should get the hoe out. So, I know it looks like that last split was really slow, 5 minutes behind, but my assumption is that she was only 1 or 2 affection points away before the fireworks festival, and the fireworks festival put her, like, way over. And again, that just ties back to earlier in the run, you know, when I screwed up the intro affection, but also just now, you know, I screwed up another thing where I didn't have a flower for her, so I think all in all we've lost like 3 or 4 affection points, so you know, that's like almost a full day behind for no reason other than the fact that I just had some errors. So another thing that's in play right now is a Popuri sick event, now that she's about midway through green. So the next time it rains, I'm going to take note of what day it is, and if it's a day where I think she can have the sick event, I'll go for it. Which really should be, I think, any day except Friday. I don't exactly know the flower shop's hours. Tuesday the 7th. So we're already up over 5,000 G. So I have enough for the kitchen whenever my lumber is ready. Was that it? It's only Sundays that it's closed? If that's the case, then, you know, the next time it rains, I'll attempt to get her sick event, which is, it's not crucial because it's only a small affection boost, but it takes a day that we would get no affection and gives us some affection points, so it's worth doing, especially if you can go get some lumber or something on that day as well. So, like, if it rains, I'll go get a few, you know, pieces of lumber and then head over there because it opens at 9. Wednesday the 8th, Rick is closed. Thursday the 9th, Vegetable Festival. Friday the 10th. Okay, so I don't see her, but I can never tell if I make it in time or not, so I'm gonna duck in here and come back out. I don't want to run up there if I don't have to. Yeah, it looks like she's up there. So this has been about average. She's been up here, you know, roughly half the time, which makes total sense. Well, at least it happened on a weekend. Typhoon. Sunday the 12th. Monday the 13th. We should be getting close to lumber. And again, you know, we'll know because the axe will upgrade. Another thing is sometimes, you know, you don't see the heart change. You could always double check by talking to your bachelorette again, but it really doesn't matter too much. But there's potential that she's yellow heart right now, and I won't know until, you know, tomorrow. However, with yellow heart it's different, because if, for example, if I go to bed and I get the dream text, then I know she's yellow heart. Nope, not yet. So that's Tuesday the 14th. We have a rainy Wednesday. So we are going to go ahead and chop some lumber and go get the sick event. Now, I'm not 100% certain that the sick event is going to trigger. I know that some girls only have it trigger on certain days, and I don't know if Popuri is one of them or not. I know a lot about the game, I don't know everything. But also I wanted to come out here and get some lumber anyway, so we'll do that. So, I don't think I have any missed axe swings. Maybe that's not true. We'll go get one extra stump. Yeah, there are some of the girls, you can only trigger their sick events on certain days, even though their particular shop or house is open, you know, many days. I'm just coming up here to chop a couple stumps to make sure that the lumber or the carpenter doesn't turn me away. I think Maria is one of those, and Ellie maybe as well. But I don't know about Popuri. So there's potential that we could go to the flower shop and nothing happens. Nope. I know this is sad, but the affection boost is gained immediately upon visiting. You don't have to actually talk to her, which seems rude, but we're trying to go fast. Alright, if this gets me the event... Yeah, I'm gonna hit the split there, because I know she's at yellow heart. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny anyway because, you know, the main character and all the bachelorettes are supposed to be, you know, young adults. So, you know, he walks in there and Popuri's mom says, "Oh, you should go visit Popuri, she's sick." And he walks in there, he's like, gotta go, bye. Like, he doesn't even know, because normally he's not even allowed in the girls' bedrooms. Oh, actually, funnily enough, we're done with lumber and water. Or, lumber and money. So now comes the slow waiting process. Actually, what I'm gonna do, and I should have done it earlier, now that I'm done with money, I'm gonna go collect a bunch of flowers while I'm waiting for people to be open. Because the only thing now left that I need to do is make sure I have enough flowers to finish off the affection. Because flowers stop appearing in fall. So if this does end up going that far, which it shouldn't. Actually, it might. It might go into early fall. But you just got to make sure that you're picking up enough flowers. You should always have 8. There's no reason not to, since you have to wait around anyway for people to be open. So I don't think that her ankle will be sprained today because she just turned yellow. So I'll check again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Firefly Festival. It's at night, so I'm pretty sure people are around. Also, at this point, you could just keep the hoe equipped because you no longer need the axe. We're not going to do that just in case we trigger the scene. I don't want to do it yet. Ooh, you know what? We have to. Because she's going to be... It's Friday, so she's going to be up there. So I'm going to check the time. Give it a little bit. So if she has enough affection, she does not. She would have been laying there by the tree because, you know, being the weird person that she is, she likes to climb the tree and come up here for no reason. But now that I gave that flower to her and the music box up here, she might be on the ground when we head back down, which is interesting. Nope. So, if not this time, then definitely tomorrow. Or, you know, the following day after the gift. What's up, Nuclear Rose? You're missing a fairly disappointing run here. I am mainly doing this right now. I would have reset a long time ago, but this one is kind of for educational purposes. Sunday the 19th. Monday the 20th. Yeah, actually this one is pretty solid because I provided quite a few don't do thises, but we also got to see the sick event, which is cool. So I'm gonna wait here until 9. Suppose I could take a flower out. Okay. So Popuri's ankle event takes place by the carpenter, and I do believe she should be at enough affection right now to be laying there with a sprained ankle. And so instead of wasting a day separately to do it, we came here to give her the music box, give her a gift, you know, and everything first, because that way we can get a huge affection boost in one day instead of spreading it out. Ta-da! So even though we just saw her and talked to her at the flower shop, she somehow made it over there to sprain her ankle. And just out of habit, I ran to the shipping box, even though we're way past done with that at this point. Was that Monday? Yeah. Tuesday the 21st. Let's go grab some flowers while we wait. Wednesday the 22nd, we're going to sleep through it because Rick is not available. And especially this late in the run, we need Rick, because even if we got her to the right affection, we need to be able to purchase the blue feather. One thing you can do is you can come in here and then you can enter and leave the flower shop real quick, which might be slightly faster than waiting out there. So she is a red heart right now, but you're about to see what I mean about the certain red heart not being high enough affection. We need to give her one more day of gifting in a music box in order for the blue feather to actually appear. You can see, oh, it's actually there. Well, that's weird. She must have been at like the perfect amount of affection for that to happen. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, did I just get a new record? We have to sleep 3 days. I just beat the record. How does that happen? Okay, so I do have an explanation for that. So in the previous run, I don't think that I did the sick event. And I don't think I saved the week. Tidios, thank you. So in this run, I got married on the 26th of summer, but in the previous record, I get married on the 3rd of fall. And the thing that saved me the week... The thing that saved me the week was doing the sick event. Because that was Friday,